I'm here for that, my man. So on the same topic, you are now joining this club of legendary WWE superstars, the WWE 2K Cover Club. It's very exclusive, and I'm just wondering, whose cover was your favorite from the past WWE 2K?
So I think we're all definitely rock fans. Um, if you got a chance to watch him, if you didn't, the younger crowd that probably didn't get to see him live or even on TV, but will go back and follow what Rock has done for this industry. 2K14 with the cover with the Rock being displayed. That to me was one of my favorites. And 2K19, with AJ, because AJ is you could say he's one of those innovators of this
Mhm.
industry. He's done so much, and I I have a lot of respect for AJ, and I admire what he has done. With himself, with his career, how the status that he now has. To be able to see him on the cover is a big accomplishment.
And you know what? While you were saying that, AJ is just reacting in the chat with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds.
Woo!
So he
Uh,
is pretty excited about your answer there.
yeah, that's all. That's all. I love AJ, man. He's an innovator in this business.
For sure. And we also have another question for you. When you play WWE 2K, who's your go-to superstar to play as, beside yourself, of course?
So, so it is frustrating when I play against my son because he whoops my ass all the time. Uh, it does get frustrating after a while. But believe it or not, um, for some reason, my offense is way better when I play as Eddie Guerrero.
There
So
we go.
Eddie is my go-to guy.
That's awesome.
There's some history there as well, which
Yeah.
is
So
amazing.
just much.
Um,
Absolutely.
Also, what do you find most fun about WWE 2K games when playing them?
I definitely love the evolution of the games over the years. You know, this year it hits different. So
There you
the
go.
mode, which is something new to look at. Over the years you can see the evolution of gaming, how big it's become, and just how realistic they're trying to get. So this year is definitely. It's a home run with 2K, with WWE 2K22, just because of the new features, and that's always the thing that's caught my interest, over the years.
Anyway,
Awesome.
that's awesome. Thank you. Sorry, did I interrupt you, Lexi?
No, go ahead, Zaria.
All right. Now it's just because we're talking a lot about the game right now, but you know what? There's more to Ray, and I would love to hear more of it. I mean, I've heard the stories, I've read the book, but I just wanted to hear from the man himself. So, Ray, if you can tell us a little bit of what inspired you to start wrestling.
So a lot of us say that we are born with it, and I truly believe that that was part of my life cycle. That I was born with this gift to be able to perform in the ring, but that wouldn't have happened without my uncle. My uncle, my mom's younger brother, who is Rey Mysterio Senior. He is the first wrestler or luchador in our family. And as a kid, I grew up around him. The only thing I would do from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to sleep was just wrestle, 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 put on his masks, help him pack when he would wrestle every Friday night. And, as a kid, you could only imagine being in a car with my uncle, who to me was just my uncle. Uh, but as soon as we pulled up to the arenas and he got out of his car, he would put his mask on before he stepped out. And once he stepped out, then everybody knew who he was. And I would carry his bags. Kids, fans would come up to him, asking for a picture, an autograph. And I was just like in awe. It was just wow, what this is really cool. This is what I want to do. And I stepped into a ring at a very young age, and my very first match was at the age of 14. So you can only imagine the passion that I have for this business.
That's crazy, and I know
That's
I know that there's a lot of around the name as well, which came right at that same, that same time, right?
Yes, exactly. You know, I was I I was able to see my uncle wrestle for the first time in the late '70s. So imagine that, 70s. I've seen the evolution of wrestling throughout the decades, and to be able to still be performing till this day, and just seeing how crazy this evolution has been, is awesome, man. I'm really excited. I'm blessed. I still have a lot of energy, and this cover right here, WWE 2K22, just kicked in about another 5 years left in my career. So don't try to get rid of me soon, because I'm still going.
There
Let's
you
go.
go. We also would love to know, when you're not giving your opponent that 619 treatment in the ring, what are you doing in your free time?
Man, I love to chill. I just love to relax. I've just traveled so much over the years that when I'm home, I like to be home. We do have nights out where my wife and I go out and have dinner, at a nice restaurant, drink a glass of wine, just relax, from all the stress. And I do love to travel on vacation at least once a year. I like to get away from just the hectic schedule, and just kind of isolate myself for 7, 9 days, whether that be in Hawaii, Cancun, Dominican Republic, you name it. I love the beach. I love that sun, and I just love to have a good time. I love to live.
Yeah, there you go. And curious, what's your favorite, I guess, beach spot that you like to go to? And also, you mentioned wine. What's your favorite flavored wine?
So I'm a big um, Robert Mondavi.
Oh,
Robert Mondavi. But beach spot. Um, Beach spot. I'm a big. I love white sand. So Cancun is probably one of my favorite spots to go to. It was Hawaii for a while, for a long time. Dom and my daughter Aaliyah, we would all travel to Hawaii at least once a year, and we did that ever since Dominic was 2 years old. So we did that till about the age of 18, and it was our family trip once a year. Now it's been from Hawaii to Cancun.
absolutely beautiful. I think Zaro has the next question for you.
All right.
Yes, yes. I'm all about the story, as you can see. So I'm gonna ask you one more on the same topic. Uh, so Ray, who was your all-time favorite superstar growing up? And yeah, you can't say your uncle.
Eh, well, my uncle was he was my mentor, and it just on a different level. The respect that I have for him, for bringing me into this world of wrestling, it's just different. But the ones that I grew up watching, one was one of my all time favorite because of his height and just the way he moved in the ring. Mexican wrestler as well, Super Astro, and he wrestled many times next to my uncle. They were teammates for a while. So from Mexico, I would pick Super Astro. From WWE, I was a big Randy Macho Man Savage fan. I used to love Savage. I always hoped that I would be able to step in the ring with him and just have a match. Unfortunately, he left too soon, and I really would have enjoyed that. But yeah, Savage from wrestling and Super Astro from Lucha Libre.
Amazing. Zara, do you have another question?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I can go back to gaming now. I know you play a lot with your son. So my question is, who do you think that will win the first match at WWE 2K22? It would be yourself or Dominic.
So if I play as Eddie, and he'll probably play as me and try to embarrass me. As long as I stick to Eddie's three basic rules: lie, cheat, and steal, I think I can go ahead and take.
That's
Good luck. Good luck.
great.
Good choice.
Also, Ray, who would you love to pass the cover torch to in the future?
Without a doubt, My son. I would definitely love
Oh,
my son on the cover. He's been in this industry a very short time, but at the rate that he's going, if he continues to pick up momentum and continues to do incredible, um, I would love to see my son on the cover of a WWE 2K game.
that's amazing and very heartwarming. To tie into that, who do you think your son will choose first in WWE 2K22, you or himself?
So I think he's probably want to pick Eddie if I don't get him first. But if I pick Eddie, he's gonna pick myself. He's gonna pick me. So he's gonna play as Rey Mysterio probably. Um, with Dominic, I heard um, he is in the game, but somehow it's gonna be it's gonna be tricky to get him. But when you do get him to unlock Dominic, it's gonna be awesome. I would love to eventually, because a lot of people think that we're gonna end up wrestling against each other, and that's the way we're going. But since it's not going to happen in real life, to be able to do it in game mode and WWE 2K22, Ray versus Dominic, eh, that's probably as close as you're going to get.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Hey, Ray, you've had many amazing masks over
Sorry.
the year. Oh, I feel like there's an alarm going on.
One second.
Feel free to mute yourself, Ray. It's okay. We
What?
can we can
All
wait
day.
for you.
Okay. For some reason, it's been going off all day. There we
It's
go.
okay, Ray. Yeah, if you can mute yourself for a second, you can come back as soon as this done. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
There we
Awesome.
go. It's off.
All right,
Awesome.
awesome. All right, I'm gonna come back to the question that you've had many amazing masks over the years. So I would love to know which one is your all-time favorite.
Favorite mask?
Yes, sir.
Um, wow, that is a very hard one. Um, God, for me to pick just like one specific mask is hard. There's outfits that I've used throughout the years that have really stood out to me, and I've kind of um, liked more than others. You know, WrestleMania 19, Daredevil.
Nice, nice.
That's awesome.
That was one of my first superhero outfits that I was able to bust out, and I love that outfit. I love that outfit. But overall, I think God, the masks that my mask maker Hayashi makes are incredible. He just puts so much time and effort and detail on the mask that every mask that he does is incredible. I'm truly honored to have found a guy like him to have made my outfits over the years because he really gets down.
Awesome. And one more question for you. Do you have any dream opponents for your son?
God, I at this point, I would just love to see a variety of matches with my son against overall talent. The roster is so stacked right now.
Hmm.
Uh, he's really been blessed to be able to step in the ring with some of the greats from this era. Roman, Usos, Seth. To be able to team up with Edge and myself. So I think any opponent for Dominic is gonna be great because he's gonna learn, he's gonna understand the different styles that each of us have, and that's only for better and for growth.
That's amazing.
Amazing.
We're going to wrap up, and we would just really like to say shout out to the entire WWE 2K community for joining us today for
Big
this
shout.
amazing event. And special thanks to you, Ray. I really appreciate you taking out the time.
Thank you guys. Thank you very much. I hope everybody was happy with the cover. And thank you for logging on and chopping it up for a couple minutes. Really appreciate it.
That was amazing.
1000%. WWE 2K22 will be available on March 11th for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series